Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the broadcast here. I'm Breaky CBK, joined by Tsunami once again, and we got our final series here of the first round coming at you. Team Spirit taking on Nemiga. Nemiga, a open qualifying team out of Belarus. All the information we really have on them. They're going up against Team Spirit, a team that we definitely know much more about. Quite the solid roster, and again, as I've been suggesting, definitely expect some big things out of this team here with this event. So the favorites, but the storyline of this first round so far has been that the favorites have been losing, at least early on in the series, the first game, and ultimately having to come back, winning the next two. So we'll see if that trend continues or not, but I'm looking forward to a good series, perhaps one that goes the distance, nonetheless. So as I mentioned, I'm joined by Tsunami here. Tsunami, welcome back from your break. We got a fun series here ahead of us now, I'm sure.
Yeah, you originally considered Team Spirit to be your favorite to win this whole qualifier. Me, I'm leaning towards Team Empire, but seeing as how these two are on the opposite sides of the bracket, my grand finals prediction would be Empire versus Spirit.
There you go.
So if there was a team to finally take it in a 2-0 series, I'm going to put my money on Team Spirit. But like you said, it hasn't been happening for any of the other favorites, so why should I assume that it would happen now?
Exactly. Well, we got it. We got the beginning of the draft at least enough to talk about here. Shadow Demon Earth Spirit coming out for the side of Team Spirit. Clockwork Omni Knight coming out for Nemiga. I will say about the back, Omni Knight Clockwork, I've definitely seen this lane before. In fact, at I keep forgetting the name, the Perfect World Masters, the event that I was out there in China, we saw this combo also, but I mentioned the Razor Omni Knight happens to be banned by them, in fact. But Omni Knight Clockwork running in the aggressive dual lane, a very, very annoying combo of heroes to go up against. So we're going to see that here from Nemiga. But I also do like the Shadow Demon at the same time. I know we had a discussion about that yesterday when we happened to see him picked up. Mirana also happening, a very popular hero when it came to yesterday as well, Tsunami.
Yeah, one that was actually completely ignored in the previous series. I don't think he was banned or picked, but Team Spirit, they are also, I mean, Earth Spirit was also been mostly ignored. Earth Spirit, after repeated nerfs, has finally come to a point that you need to be very skilled on the hero to be able to pull it off. You can't just, like, pick it just because it's good. You have to pick it because you have a player who's good with it. And Team Spirit definitely have that, so I think they're just going to the beat of their own drum. They definitely have a lot of combo potential already with these three heroes. You got Shadow Demon with the disruption into Arrow, into Boulder Smash. So already the roaming potential from the Shadow Demon Earth Spirit is very strong. And Mirana as a core has been proven to be very successful on the side of Team Spirit as well.
They have. She has, for that matter. Disruptor, third pick coming out for Nemiga. Hero, of course, with that glimpse, very powerful tool. And what I've always considered it, Disruptor is just a strong support hero that I almost feel like does get undervalued sometimes. You kind of forget that he's there. It's like, oh, that's right, Disruptor. You know, Static Storm, an excellent team fight ability. And the glimpse is just, goes without saying, one of the better catches in the game, especially against a hero like Mirana who's trying to leap away. Wouldn't be surprised if that's a reason that they came to picking up the hero. But Drow Ranger, ooh, all right, we got a Drow strategy for Team Spirit happening with the Mirana as well already. So that alone is very good synergy, no matter who their final pick is here.
Yeah, this is a little bit bold, though, going for a fourth pick. Usually you'll see, like, this isn't a clear Drow strat, so I think you could have saved it for a fifth pick, because Earth Spirit doesn't make you think Drow, and Shadow Demon, normally you think Luna if any type of synergy is about to come out, but they go for the Drow now. And they're picking it into a Clockwork, which is already, like, normally one of the counter picks against a Drow Ranger. It's like, oh, it's a hero who can quickly jump on her and make sure that she doesn't get that marksmanship bonus, and a hero that can kind of contest her in lane as well, so that she can't even get to that level 6 early. So it's bold, but if anyone can pull it off, I would think Team Spirit can, seeing as how it's only game one, so maybe they're just testing the waters, want to get this strategy out of the way. If it works, then they cheese Nemiga. If it doesn't work, then whatever, they'll go to something more conservative.
Yeah. But now Nemiga needs to decide how they want to play against said strategy. As you mentioned, giving them a little bit of time to respond to it. They do have the 2 picks now. They going to end up with. They figure they need both of their cores still. So position 1, mid-hero, whereas Spirit already going there. Both their cores pending their offlaner. But Phantom Assassin going to be the option for now for Nemiga, a hero that can definitely get on a hero like Drow. And
yeah, Phantom Assassins is like one of the... it's a pub counter pick in my mind against a Drow Ranger. Like, yeah, it's good at a professional level as well, but Phantom Assassin as a hero is not very good right now. I don't even really know what context you'll pick PA in. At one point, she was getting very favored in... Well, like, you'd either see her in a mid situation, or very briefly she had that super long-range dagger and she was being like a roaming hero, but both of those aren't really that viable these days. So it's probably going to be a safe lane PA, but it's a little bit too... tunnel vision, I think. Like, something that I think would have been a little bit more well-rounded is maybe like a Vengeful Spirit against the Drow Ranger, because it's not so much getting on the Drow, but being able to swap her into your team is very valuable. And then, you know, Vengeful Spirit does damage in pretty close quarters combat range, so she's not going to be too concerned about getting kited by the ice frost arrows, even though she is a ranged hero. So, yeah, I mean, Phantom Assassin's fine. It's just that you also kind of need to think that you need to get a BKB early on, because otherwise you'll jump on a Drow Ranger, and then she'll just gust you back, and then you're silenced, and you're not, like, you're very out of position.
Does have Omni Knight, so there is going to be that repel there, kind of a mini BKB of sorts, so perhaps why they're feeling a little more comfortable going there. But that's definitely what I was going to touch on, too, the idea of getting gusted back. Shadow Demon's going to be very annoying between the Purge, with, you know, especially, you know, with that break as well, by the way, which obviously could be even more potentially good against Phantom Assassin. So, yeah, it is a so-so pick. I definitely see what you're suggesting, and it's one of that okay, with the big crits, could definitely work out, but relying on that RNG to be in your favor. Puck is going to be the final pick for Nemiga. A just solid final pick as your mid option. Does bring a little bit more control to this lineup, which is good to have.
It almost feels like a bit of a denial pick even, because they could have run Puck offlane, which is very common with Drow Ranger strats. Because, I mean, as it is, Puck is a very mean offlaner to begin with, but whenever you give the bonus marksmanship aura, precision aura damage, then Puck becomes so intimidating for a hero like Phantom Assassin to have to deal with. So it feels like a denial pick to me, but it's a good pick regardless, because it's a hero that can, again, jump on Drow Ranger.
Well, a minute to decide for Team Spirit. Speaking of that offlane. Okay. It's another one then.
Yeah, Spirit are definitely just like up to their own thing right now.
Yeah. It seems a little bit, and I definitely don't want to go old school, but it does seem a little bit like in a previous patch, right? Especially with the Venomancer.
This is like in the archives for sure.
Yeah. But kind of reaching back a little bit, and definitely more synergy to go with that Drow. Of course, is the big thing here. But Team Spirit, running the Drow strategy. We'll see how Nemiga is able to fight against it. Again, the PA, risky in her own right.
I actually don't know how good offlane Veno is. All the times that we saw Veno in the previous patch was because it was in a mid position or a safe lane position. Offlane, I don't really know, but against a Phantom Assassin, it might be pretty good, because Phantom Assassin, a hero who has great physical resistance, but not very much HP. And so even if you just connect like one Poison Sting right click, then all of a sudden she's going to have to start burning through tangos because of all that DOT.
Yeah, and I wonder if they can send Shadow Demon even down there at the bottom lane to pair up with Venomancer.
I think they should. I think
or at the top lane.
They should do like a 2-1-2 kind of setup.
Mm-hmm. But then that would leave... Oh, so 2-1-2. Okay, so yeah, Drow would step
Yeah. No, Drow Ranger absolutely will need protection from someone, be it Shadow Demon or Spirit. Shadow Demon, it seems like the better call, because Shadow Demon's a ranged hero. You're getting precision aura. You're going to be able to harass the offlane a little bit more. But we'll see how Nemiga reacts. I don't think they can afford to like send just the Puck or just the Omni Knight alone. So they may do an aggressive tri-lane. But that's also a little bit tricky.
Yeah, like I was suggesting, I mean, I feel like with this combo, the Clockwork Omni Knight, aggressive dual lane is what we usually would see with it. So running at the Drow, making a very difficult time. Granted, it's, of course, on paper, better against a melee hero. Drow being that range, you can kite it a little more efficiently, but...
30 seconds.
Right. And Shadow Demon's a great hero to deal with that kind of aggression. You've got Disruption in case things get like a little too close for comfort on this Drow Ranger, and in the meanwhile you can Shadow Poison them. And Omni Knight's a fairly fast hero, 305 base move speed, and Clockwork went for boots straight out of the base, so he's at 355 move speed, so Shadow Poison's not going to be that reliable, but it's still a way to drive back melee heroes.
Omni Knight trying to get this bounty rune. Drow's running in, but Omni will put it up. So. Nice steal there. However, the top lane looks like Venno was able to steal there, so ends up being the 2-for-2 split. Drow and Omni are still going at it, man. Drow's pissed off. Omni took that bounty rune. Apparently we have a pause coming out, though, from Disruptor, side of Nemiga. But yeah, Omni Knight's going to have to start falling back here. Obviously, Wind Purification level 1, as they know right now. And is going to run away. Clockwork, for the meanwhile, is blocking for the mid, but again, it'll be interesting to see where he ends up.
Yeah, and same thing with Earth Spirit blocking for Radiant mid.
That seems to be the go-to strategy. Venomancer, 10 tangos. That's a lot of trees to eat.
Maybe they will leave him alone. I'm curious to see how DK Phobos plays this Venomancer, because it's definitely only being picked because he has Drow damage. There's no way you can just pick offlane Veno like this. But even with the Drow damage, I'm still a little bit concerned for how well he'll do. Especially against a Disruptor, who, with Thunderstrike, you have pretty long-range harass.
Speaking of harass,
they're just going to go in aggressive early on.
Omni Knight taking some good pressure right here. He's spawning the illusions. No Degener, though. Shadow Demon having to fall back now. Clockwork, sure enough, running in with those boots. Has a battery assault, choosing not to activate it, though.
Out of your mind.
And that Shadow Demon will skirt on out of there. So, yep, sure enough, Clockwork does make his way to the bottom, and we do have the 2-1-2 set up. On either side, actually. Pub status here.
Yeah, I think it's the right call from both teams. Clockwork's going to be the most mobile hero on this entire map. I think that even Earth Spirit is going to have to spend more time sticking around to make sure that Phantom Assassin doesn't start getting an advantage over Venomancer, because if PA does start getting more points in Dagger than Venno can get points in the Poison Sting, then Venno will start falling behind. And there's a little duel going on in the mid lane here.
Yeah, I noticed that puck has been really in the face of Mirana. That positioning. Samet's here, playing the puck, and so far 5-1 puck, 4-0 Mirana, obviously very early on. Keep an eye on that. It is a true 1 versus 1. As finally the other lanes are shaping up. Again, Omni Knight taking some more auto attack pressure, but not much more Shadow Demon can do. Doesn't have the poison just yet. Did choose to go the Soul Catcher.
I'm actually surprised that Omni Knight goes for the degen. One of the reasons why Shadow Demon's considered a counterpick to an extent. Well, there are actually a variety of reasons why Shadow Demon's a counterpick to Omni. So, like, he can obviously purge off Guardian Angel with the Demonic Purge. But the other thing is that in the laning phase, whenever you disrupt the Omni Knight and he has degen aura, then all of a sudden his illusions are degening himself. So it's kind of irritating to deal with as a Omni Knight, but he's going for it for the lane presence, I guess.
Clockwork does make the first rotation. He heads middle, and he's going to really zone out ILTW here in that middle lane. So I'm going to be careful, though. Oop, bottom lane. There's the Banish. Put the Soul Catcher on. Massive slows, but when you're massively slowed, TP is a pretty good ability. He just actually TPs right to the tower. A couple of inches right there, so he'll be good. That was a smart decision, though. Of course, he could have definitely died if he tried to just simply run it out. You see that massive slow kick you just talked about, the degen aura that they take over with the illusions and on top of the frost arrows from Drow. So understandable, tough. I wonder at level, okay, he is level 3 actually, he gets purification, but I assume at level 4 he has to get repel. I mean, the 1-point repel.
Well, the idea is that if you're able to get this many levels, then sometimes you can just like purify yourself and you'll kill the 2 illusions that are right next to you. But that's assuming that you're at low HP. If you're at max HP, then obviously your illusions will also spawn at max HP, and it makes it kind of tricky. So it's I wouldn't be surprised if he just kind of sits on the skill point. If he finds himself in a kill opportunity, put a point in degen. If you find yourself getting screwed, then go for repel.
He does purge out, the frost arrows. He got the soul catcher as well. Like, there are some positives definitely that you could remove with that ability. Top lane Clockwork, he's fine. He was going for that 4-minute bounty rune, but Venomancer actually doing a bit of jungling now with all those wards. Not too surprised to see that, a hero
Oh man, bot lane. We've got a Mango if he wants to use it. He does, but it's not enough damage quite yet.
One more auto attack. The slow, not enough. First blood, the chosen one. Picking up first blood on
Mid
Omni.
lane, Puck and Mirana both getting extremely low here. Now Biver, he has no role.
The glimpse almost giving him a little bit of chance to run the other way, but not the case. Yeah, no roll on out, so 2-0 start just like that for Nemiga. Here in game number 1. That was, the fact that Omni Knight got the solo kill, though, that's big. The off lane.
Yeah, he saw FNG going for a pull, but at that point he had already used Disruption one time to drive the Omni Knight back, and he was like, well, if you don't have that, then I definitely don't need Repel, and I'm just going to go straight onto you.
Phantom Assassin, really haven't touched too much on the top lane, but PA is having free farm, of course. As I say that, our Spirit's roaming up here, but without the Venomancer, not much they're going to be able to do, but again, Venom insisting on jungling. Almost level 4 himself. He's going to head back into the lane, but does have those level 2 Plague Wards. But yeah, it does feel like Phantom Assassin overall is getting some very good farm.
Another conversion, but Nemiga's got, Chosen One was able to complete phase boots after killing off that Shadow Demon, so that immediately makes that whole degen counterplay with the Disruption Illusions that much less viable.
So well played. Just running away, making it easy. Clockwork finds himself at the top lane now, throwing up the cogs. I don't know if they're going on PA or what, but I mean, yeah, you see Omni Knight getting up there, the Frost Arrow's coming out, but he'll just run away with those phase boots. It's only level 1 Frost Arrow, so the movement's still not the craziest. And he's even going to throw out the Purification just simply to help with the last hitting at this point. Keeping in there, so you compare him to the other offlane. To be fair, Venomancer getting a lot more CS, doing a lot of that jungling. As I suggest this though, DK Phobos in a bit of trouble. Kinetic Field keeping him in place. A dagger coming out. Not level 6 just yet, so no coup de grace rocks at this point. But the auto attacks from both teammates, including Disruptors, not enough damage. The dagger, though, will finish the job. And now Biver also going to be cut down. The battery assault securing that one there. 4-0 for Nemiga here.
Yeah, I don't know about the idea for Phobos to go for jungling so early on. Like, the reason you pick a Venomancer against a Phantom Assassin like this is because you want to constantly be zoning her. If you've got the stick as a Venomancer, I would imagine that you don't really need to be concerned about dying. Like, sure, there's a Disruptor in your lane, but that's why Earth Spirit's around is now in the mid lane. Huge rotation from the Chosen One.
Yeah, roaming Omni Knight, and no one would see that coming. Just runs on phase boots is
such a huge power spike for, really all offlaners, but Omni Knight especially, because whenever you have these points in degen aura, it makes it so difficult for heroes to escape quickly, and you can get into position for purifications before even a hero like Mirana with Leap can react.
Yeah, again, the start just continues to look very good for Nemiga. Now, when you look at last hitting, top 3 of the 4, including the top one, are in favor of Team Spirit, so lanes and getting farm on their cores is definitely happening. But again, hero kill wise, it is a great start for Nemiga, the chosen one. One more auto attack could have done him in. Obviously, Drought is level 6 now, so has that marksmanship. And that's where things start to really come online for the hero on the team. The Clockwork will port in and defend. Middle lane, wrapping around. I don't think they're going to get the puck here, though. He knows something's up. Well, he's getting the bottle at least. See maybe if they can still go on. But what can they really do? Earth Spirit can go in initially. They would have to land an arrow, really.
I think the idea is you go for Disruption and then you just follow up with all the other spells after that. But the problem is FNG does not have boots. He's very poor, so he's so slow getting into position, but he still does it.
And there you go. That's if he has boots, he might get that. Yeah, but a little too slow getting there. So Puck reacts. Double damage room bottom. Clockwork will just casually pick it up. Already has the urn purchased himself. Man, look at this Shadow Demon. The struggle's real. Infused Raindrop. And one charge taken off there. He's not getting the best time.
No, and with no points in Shadow Poison, he also can't easily farm jungle camps and stack them up for a quick recovery. But his job is right now just to make sure that Drow Ranger is as empowered as possible, which a little bit tricky right now. Illidan's kind of low.
Oh no! With
nice silence.
Great gust on both heroes. They're still going in though. The Rocket Flare connects. The Chosen One, a little bit too low to dive that far. And so great escape from Illidan, and actually they're going to get the turn kill. Heal, not going to happen. He's still on cooldown. He just used it on himself recently, so Clockwork falls, and the dive ends up backfiring Finally, a kill coming up for Spirit.
Bit greedy. He had a teleport scroll. At least I'm pretty sure he had a teleport scroll. I don't know if he bought that after he died, but it was unlikely. As soon as he saw the Shadow Demon, he was like, oh, I know I can't go on this anymore, but then he just walked out as opposed to teleporting out.
Got middle lane. Again, Puck having the advantage here, about 300 net worth ahead of Mirana. Now you have Phantom Assassin, level 8. What is he going to be going for, actually? Is he going to Hood? He's planning to go Hood of Defiance?
Yeah, this is... I want to say it's a very EE build, but I actually have not seen EEPA in a very long time. All I know is that EE loves building Hood on these heroes who are traditionally very susceptible to, or rather specifically these carries that are very susceptible to magic damage, because like you've got an inherent damage steroid, you've got your Phantom Strike that increases your attack speed, you've got the crit, and you've got, I actually don't know what level 10 talent DSR is planning on taking, but whatever the case, like, oh wait, no, he changes it to Desolator.
No, he got it. He purchased it. He purchased it, and now he has it. It's on the courier.
Oh,
so
okay. You're right.
He just has it in full, now it needs to be delivered. But yeah, now he's going to get the Desolator, of course. And
yeah, so the idea is like, so one of the things for PA for mid-game presence was Vladimir's, but Vladimir's is just never built anymore. And so Hood is kind of like a reasonable middle ground between the two. It's a defensive item, it's a nice glimpse on the bot lane. Biver has a role available.
We'll use it. Disruption also assisting, so no kills as a result. Yeah, and
it was good.
Well, you look at the lineup here, obviously, Venomancer especially, again, there is a lot of magic threat earlier on in this game, and one that's you kind of expect to come at you because of the Drow lineup, right, earlier on. So from that perspective, I definitely can see what he's thinking. It's just, it's definitely not every day you see a Hood of Defiance on the safe lane carry.
Yeah, my issue with it, though, is, like, the way that his team is geared, it's more like Nemiga will kill Spirit before Spirit kills Nemiga. Because, like, you've got the Nani Knight, you've got a Clockwork Initiation, you've got this counter-initiation with Disruptor, with Static Storm and Glimpse. So why bother going for a defensive item as now Puck gets initiated on the mid lane? I don't know if it's enough time, though.
It's not.
He's going to get out.
Even Dream Coils just in case. At a leap.
He does not want this Mirana following him with leap, yeah. So it's strange to me that you would go for a defensive item when you have an Omni Knight on your team, because, like, you know, if you're repelled, then who cares about Hood? Maybe it's because the Chosen One has gone for such a degen heavy build, which actually only got 2 points, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of the Hood, but we'll see if DSR can make it work.
Yeah. It's definitely not a farm enhancing tool, so but he's working on the Desolator decks, which of course is great synergy.
There's a Glimpse available. They want to go on Illidan on the top lane.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going. DSR gets here, and a couple of auto attacks later, no coup de grace procs needed. Gets the kill. Venomancer does have his ultimate of the Poison Nova. Will he use it here? Yes, he will at the last second as he dies. Unfortunately, there's no teammates nearby to clean up, and TPs will happen to survive. Or they were. Okay, yeah, no, he gets out. Or Spirit does. Or Disruptor Arm all over the place.
Why does this keep happening? Why do these underdog teams keep making the favorites look like fools in game one?
Gotta keep the trend up, man. Yeah, it's so. Let's. I mean, we slow it down a little bit because again, 7-1 lead for Nemiga. Yes, it looks very good, but net worth is in favor of Spirit, although it's pretty much even. And the top 3 are belonging to Team Spirit, or top 3 out of the 4, I should say. So, are they really ahead? If you're Nemiga here, God, that name is weird to say.
It's gonna come down to structural damage, I think, because whenever you run these Drow Ranger strats, oftentimes the biggest strength is how quickly that your team can take towers. It's not like full-on Beastmaster attack speed or whatever, but you're able to hem the enemy team into their base very quickly compared to other strategies. As now, they've got Flare and Hookshot available.
Shadow Demon.
Their smoke pops. There we go.
There you go indeed. Moonlight Shadows activated, trying to help out the cause. Dust comes out immediately, though, and Shadow Demon will fall off the bat. Earth Spirit also going to get picked up. The Gust on 3 heroes, not going to really matter. In fact, Drow's still in a lot of trouble. The offensive Vern on him, the Degen are nearby. Magnetize ticking down a little bit of the opposition, but it's not nearly enough. Oh, the arrow's going to whip. He tried to get the kill on Disruptor, and now ILTW has to simply run, leaps away. Everyone survives on Nemiga here, and they get 3 kills in the process, possibly a mid-tower push now.
Yeah, they didn't even have Phantom Assassin for that fight. Their one position was off farming, and they were able to kill the enemy one position.
That's right, yeah, Phantom Assassin, top lane. Almost has the Desolator even. I mean, the Mithril Hammer #1 finished. Just needs the second now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you can get the hood this fast, then go for it, because still, like, she has not needed to show up to fights, and now when she does, even gusting back this Drow gusting back the Phantom Assassin is not really going to buy enough time. She is not going to die to this random damage from Venomancer or Starstorm or stuff like that, thanks to this hood.
Middle
See if we
lane.
can get this clockwork.
Want to kill here. Demonic Purge to open, and that should set up the easy kill. On to Clockwork. Indeed it does, so good job right there rotating. Yeah, I think in hindsight now, like if you were the Phantom Assassin and if you knew this is how the game would play out continuing, you maybe wouldn't go the hood. Because like you said, there hasn't been a lot of fighting early on that he's been involved in that's been necessary. But, you know, he has it. Now the Deathslayer's coming. More of the traditional stuff to follow here, but Team Spirit, I mean, they want to keep the pressure up as much as they can, of course, especially with the Drow synergy. But they do have 3 tower kills. They've gotten all the tier 1 towers already at 15 minutes. Not too bad if you're Spirit.
Yeah, and Drow has continued like to keep a pace. Now, as you said, like 3 of the top 4 net worths have been consistently owned by Radiant heroes, and they're making sure that it stays that way. As now Disruptor getting initiated on Hookshot actually threads the needle.
Yeah, it sure did hit the uprights right there, or I guess went through the uprights, I should say. Disruptor TP's out, but Earth Spirit is going to be left behind to die. Yeah, the battery assault just out of range. Stopping the TP attempt there. But support for support, really. And Puck is a little bit closer to that blink now. Went the Veil first, which, you know, some decent for himself. Some okay synergy with the team. Venomancer will TP out.
There are so few stuns on the side of Nemiga. Like, they've got a Dream Coil Snap, and they've got... Or sorry, wait. I keep forgetting what the nerf was. No. So the Dream Coil still stuns initially. It just doesn't deal damage initially. But, yeah, so they've got Dream Coil, they've got Clockwork, and they've got Glimpse. But Phantom Assassin and Omni Knight, like, normally this is a very solid ganking duo, but not if the enemy team can just TP out right out from under your nose.
Yeah, the eventual items, things like an Abyssal Blade, especially, of course. Basher alone, Phantom Assassin will be great, but that's of course, a ways off at this time. But yeah, crowd control definitely something that Nemiga will have to get more through items. I'm sure Omni Knight finishes not only the drums, but does have the Medallion of Courage. Again, he's basically a support bot for this Phantom Assassin this game.
Right.
Building accordingly. Blink Dagger purchased by Puck. So has that now. Is Spirit doing enough, do you feel like, early on with this Drow lineup? Or are they kind of not where they would like to be in that sense?
I think this is fine. They were, like you said, they were able to take all the tier 1s, and so it's like this seesaw motion for Drow power curves. Like, initially, once you hit that level 6, you're so much stronger than everyone else. But then, you know, like Blink Daggers start coming out, Clockwork starts getting his hook shot up and running, and you're not as useful as a Drow Ranger anymore. But then you complete your Pike, you complete your Manta Style, you complete your Maelstrom, whatever it's going to be, and then all of a sudden you spike up big time again. So the most important thing, like I said, was taking those initial outer towers out, because now you see Nemiga have not crossed the river, and pretty much like the entire game, ever since they got that gank attempt near the mid tier 1, which was successful, but since then Drow Ranger has kept her side of the map on lock.
Yeah.
And now they're going for a Moonlight Shadow initiation on PA, but these 2 heroes, Earth Spirit and Mirana, can't do it alone.
I do like how they have 2 Ring of Aquilas and a Ring of Basilius on the side of Spirit here. Stacking the...
Yeah, you see that Dessa, you're like, no, I don't want to deal with all this Minus Armor.
Yeah, exactly. Just try to tank up that way. Venomancer with the Veil of Discord, of course. A lot of these, you know, really early impact items. Hurricane Pike finished on Drow, so gets his first really, like, big core item. And Mirana's going to go instead, actually picks up the Ultimate Orb first. Interesting. Now going to be going to the Yasha into the Manta in full. But, yeah, wanting just the raw stats beforehand. At this time, maybe figures a little more tankiness against the Desolator PA is not the worst option.
Yeah, and a little more push as well. She can hit towers from a little bit safer distance, and since she's got currently 48 damage from Precision Aura, she's a pretty strong pusher, even just with that Dragonlance.
Phantom Assassin
scans, but he may get a little too confident. Okay, never mind. That's off.
Ended up hitting a couple there. Level 15, though, for Phantom Assassin is definitely a pretty big deal. And now what he gets, I'm going to assume it's the -4 armor corruption, even more minus armor. on a single target. I mean, Cleave is obviously great in farming Enhancer, but hold that thought because we see an initiation right here. The big coup de grace off the bat, and essentially a two-shot onto Earthspirit. Even the sorry coming out.
If he needed that, like, he had to get that crit. If he doesn't get that crit, he does not get that kill.
Ooh.
Nice attempted hookshot, but the leap out from ILTW at the same moment.
Yeah, manages to escape there, but yeah, again, that's without 15.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that it's going to be the armor corruption. Cleave is mainly only useful if A, you're going against teams with a bunch of summons, or B, you're going against teams with a bunch of illusions, or if you're like already a Rax down and you're like, oh god, I need to push out all these waves, but none of those are the case. He just wants to get rid of this Drow Ranger as quickly as possible.
Do what he just did to Earthspirit. Now they're going to push the top tower. Of course, that Desolator helping as well. And should set up the easy kill in the end. As Drow's continuing to farm now, these Ancients over here, even using the Hurricane Pike to try to enhance the farm that much quicker. But Drow, I wonder what she's going to be planning to go for next. She had something queued up there, I saw, but she just took it off, so I'm not exactly sure where she wants to go. I mean, what do you think? Maybe like a Shadow Blade, more defensive, BKB even. I mean, I don't know how much that would do this game, but
I would like to see a Manta style. Nice initiation, silence. They have the high ground.
Yeah, high ground advantage. Going to get both supports as a result. Well played there.
Yeah, I'd like to see a Manta style because, one, it'll be able to deal with a Puck silence, and two, it'll be able to purge off a Phantom Assassin dagger. So those are important spells at making sure that Drow Ranger can't get her like gust off effectively, because if Phantom Assassin is just all over her, then she pretty much has to use the gust just on one hero. But if she's able to Manta it off and walk away and get a little bit better positioning, is now in the bot lane. Dream Coil spent. Venomancer. It's tanky.
Pops the poison Nova. That repel though. Well, at least keep bombing that well alive in the TP. I was watching the middle lane meanwhile. They were trying to make a play on a PA, but she is a little bit too slippery, has his team support coming in, and eventually they have to back off. But I was actually just about to bring that up too about Venomancer. He might have used it another time on top of this, but we've only seen it used 2 times, the Poison Nova, and both times have basically been as he's
suicide
dying
situations, yeah,
by himself. So yeah, ideally, this kind of goes back to, you know, we talked this a couple times, but when is that point? Like, when do they really, okay, now let's start really grouping together, take advantage of such ability, and push these towers in here?
Drow Ranger needs to complete one more item, and it looks like Illidan's item of choice is going to be a Desolator. It's a fine damage item, but you'll still have to deal with the evasion on the Phantom Assassin. Oh wait, no, now he has Yasha in his inventory. Well, I don't know what he's planning. I mean, Blightstone, casual Blightstone is great for pushing, but yeah, we'll see. I still feel like he should go for the Manta style, so the Yasha does gear towards that. But yeah, once Drow Ranger completes one more item, perhaps once ILTW also completes his Manta style, then Team Spirit will be like, all right, Venomancer, you've had your fun, but now you need to stop dying all over the place. And let's just push as a unit, which, you know, the other thing that we saw oftentimes from Venomancer is it would always be the Midas into that experience talent. Experience talent does not exist anymore, it's now Moonlight Shadow Initiation. It was seen by Venomancer, so I'm surprised Puck does not back off.
Whew. Puck just melts right there. Definitely wasn't expecting that much burst, perhaps. Drow will also TP out, the Moonlight Shadow's helping, and everyone gets away. So yeah, you're right, though. They definitely had a little bit of information, it feels like, but Puck, it almost seemed like they wanted to bait out the Puck, figuring that he could survive.
No.
Not the case. Ends up dying, and they do get out, so well played by Spirit right there, and DK Phobos. DK Phobos has a lot of this early game. Okay, we'll finish the Hurricane Pike in full, though, there. That kind of cleans up his inventory a little bit. So that's a popular item on this team. Both him and the Drow have it.
I mean, it's a fantastic anti-PA item. So anything you can do to kite her is great.
And
it's useful against dealing with glimpse as well. Like, so we haven't seen too much from the Venomancer in the past few minutes, but we also have not seen very much from the Disruptor in the past few minutes. Like, so often we see these VP Disruptors and you're like, oh man, it's so easy to just get kills all over the map, but it's not as easy as VP makes it look. And believe me, I'm sure this Disruptor has been searching hungrily, and he was actually really far back. ILTW spent a bunch of leaps just now because he was just like, oh god, I'm gonna get glimpsed, but Disruptor was actually miles back. And normally you'd see like the Rocket Flare by Clockwork like preemptively predicting where this Miran is gonna leap so you can get vision for the glimpse, but no, he actually doesn't do anything.
That was close bottom lane, but also got me to see this Omni Knight. Almost 4,000 gold saved up. Hannah Midas is apparently paying off plus more, it feels like. And he might actually, I mean, he has the Radiance queued up eventually. Does he really, with the way he's farming, does he just get the Radiance here, honestly?
I would be okay with that. He's got the relic money, so he's debating on something. Either he wants to see, like, oh, as now Clockwork goes down to a Sacred Arrow. But yeah, he's debating on something. I don't know what the Chosen One is planning, but I don't really think a Blink Dagger is, like, it'll be great after you get the Radiance, but if you already have this much gold, then I feel like you just finish off the Relic. But man, he is playing so dangerously with all this gold right now, and Radiant is closing in on him.
That they are. We'll see. 4,300 gold. He might regret not getting something after this now, unless maybe he GAs to survive. Yep. Do they have a stopper? They do not do that. So he'll get away. Actually, it took a Guardian Angel, but he does escape. Meanwhile, top lane, 3-shot onto Shadow Demon coming out from Phantom Assassin. Off the bat, they know somebody else is up here, that being the Drow, but they're not going to be able to find him. And that was actually Disruptor going down.
Purge?
Okay,
yeah.
Purge got him. Alrighty then.
Because it's only level 2 Shadow Poison, so I doubt that got him.
And Illusion maybe got him. Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh, that actually may be it.
So, both supports going down, one for another.
PA Illusion.
Omni Knight, did he buy something? He got the recipe, so he is going to go to the Radiance, yeah. He was thinking about it.
That's so random. Why would you go for the recipe if you already have the relic
4,000 gold? Buy the recipe.
What the hell?
Clearly he's indecisive right now. I mean, that's what it comes down to. He's just not sure.
But that's like that's the worst of all the worlds.
Yeah.
Because you didn't buy a super expensive item, and you didn't buy an item to like tie you over until you get the expensive item. You just got something in between.
Yeah, it's a little silly.
All right, he almost has the relic gold now. Shout out to the GPM taunt, I guess. And he has it.
There you go. What is the GP? It's 90 gold per minute, level 10, yeah. Not too shabby.
Yeah, it's not much, but it's a level 10 talent. That's the most important thing. A lot of level 10 GPM talents have been eliminated.
That or even like 60, I remember them being, but yeah, 90. Not too bad.
And like Earth Spirit, his level 20 is 150, so it's not even twice as much for double the levels.
See, and then his other one is 75 Purification 8. It's like, who would ever get that? I don't know. To me, that just feels like that's so not worth it.
If you're going Battle Omni Knight, it's ridiculous. Because, like, I mean, he has his Phase Boots drum, and the cast animation is already pretty great, but you are able to do, like, so much burst damage and such a surprisingly large AoE. Because I guess, so the default damage radius is 260, and so plus 275, you basically have, like, an axe call radius worth of purification damage, which is still kind of hard to land, but like whenever it's taken, it'll take people by surprise.
Oh, they know Omni Knight's in the area. They're gonna spot him. He goes for the repel TP.
They don't have a cancel.
No cancel. I'm gonna the repel like wear off right as he got hit there, but does not. Still has. He has level 4.
And with this Midas, he's gonna get close to that 20 and 25 talent. 20. I would be very surprised if he doesn't take the Degen Aura, given that he's gone for a Radiance, and then 25. I would imagine that he goes for the Repel duration, because I don't think PA is interested in building a BKB anytime soon this game. She gets purged, though.
Speaking of that, yeah. Puck's coming in. Clockwork already does as well. Hookshot Cox going up. Shadow Demon going to be at least turned in return. And they get the 1 kill. They want to go for more. Breaking the leash, but glimpse right back into them. Viper's like, I got the skid away. Don't worry. Nope. Bring him right back in. That's 2 kills and probably the mid-tier 1 on top of this.
Omni Knight going ham, but he gets caught. Well played by LTLW. That's a great positioning arrow.
That was so close. He didn't have a seal. He went for the repel. Not enough, but yeah, the arrow allowing for that kill to be secured. So they do get a pretty solid core kill there in the Omni Knight, at least on Spirit side. But objectives done by Nemiga. Meanwhile, man, this Phantom Assassin is already has the Basher, 4,100 gold saved up on top of that. She did go to -4 armor corruption, by the way. Didn't officially say that yet, but yeah, she's getting pretty damn scary here with her farm. Just gonna go the AC next, and once she gets the AC, especially with the Omni Knight backup, I mean, she's gonna be really difficult to deal with.
And they're going into this pit, and Rocket Flare already scouted it out, so they know that Team Spirit are going in. Now the question is, are you willing to contest without your Omni Knight? It's going down so fast with this double damage rune.
Yeah, That's why they're committing to it. They feel confident with that Omni-Knight. Like you said, he wouldn't need to bop back by now. Oh, Clockwork tries
nice
to go in
block.
with a block from Biver. Will stop him, and they kill him as a result. Yeah.
I mean, it was a suicide hook anyway,
of course.
but he may have been able to snatch the Aegis. It's okay, Funster, you don't need to apologize.
It was a good attempt, but yeah, Biver
was.
with the mind game. I mean, that's why he positioned himself there. That wasn't an accident.
Exactly.
He knew that could be a possibility, so well played. And now they have the Aegis on Drow, who of course has her Manta style now finished. I haven't looked at her a little bit, but did go the 400 gust distance knockback talent over the attack speed.
Yeah, it's not every day that you see that, but this is the exact kind of context that it's useful. You don't want this Phantom Assassin jumping on you. You don't want this Omni-Knight jumping on you. You want to blow them as far back away as possible.
My pet thanks you. Dire's middle tower
Shadow Demon?
has been denied.
Gonna get some vision down in the jungle up here. I was gonna mention earlier, I mean, Spirit was lacking a little bit of vision, but now they're starting to get some down, pretty aggressive on the side of Nemiga. They do have one over here on the Radiant Ancients, but other than that, not a whole lot to work with. Omni-Knight just continues to farm away at the jungle. He still has the same items essentially queued up, just a different order that he bought with the Radiance in. And so will it be the Blink, possibly the Solar Crest? There you go. It's gonna be the Solar Crest at least first. Maybe the Blink.
All right, you predicted that one. Now tell me, what do you think Illidan's going to go for on this Drow Ranger next?
What does he go for?
It's not
next?
a test. There's no right or wrong answer.
I know.
Just
I'm
wanna...
thinking here. Butterfly does seem naturally pretty good here.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Wants to really get some DPS as well as the evasion. Not too bad against PA. Silver Edge is obviously something you have to at least think about, but not getting the Shadow Blade yet. I feel like that's not going to be the case.
Yeah, and now attempted initiation on the mid lane, but Clockwork does not get clipped. And now this Puck is thinking about going on Drow Ranger, but Drow Ranger has an Aegis, so he's just going to cut the whiff. Although, how is he going to get out of this? He does not have BOTs.
Yeah, he'll just
It's
walk.
fine.
He just does the whole walking thing into the trees.
Although ILTW, he's like predicting this movement. If Puck blinks, nah, he's fine now.
Yeah, there's definitely some mind games going on there. He's almost level 20
Yeah,
as well.
Well played by Puck.
Yeah.
Like to be that conservative in that situation.
Oh yeah, Mirana. Mirana, we really didn't mention this yet, but MKB's finished on Mirana. Talk about her right click and having that to deal with PA a little bit better.
Yeah, her having the MKB makes me feel okay with the Drow Ranger not considering a Silver Edge. Oh, nice Yules, but she's right next to a shrine, this Mirana.
This is a deep dive in. The Illusion will tank the hook shot right there. Glimpse back into the static store. No, Mirana's still in plenty of trouble and definitely dead as a result of that. So, seemed like she might have initially been getting away, but Glimpse, once again, good for that.
Yeah, Drow Ranger just TP'd top. I don't know if she TP'd to the top shrine and this dire ward near the top shrine spotted it, but if that is the reason that they went in, that's good timing.
Oh, good call. Yeah, I knew that she couldn't support. Insisting on still pushing the top. 3,700 gold saved up, so perhaps in a similar situation as the Omni-Knight earlier, really kind of thinking what he wants to build here.
Radiance? Is that what you're telling me?
Same situation. Might as well get the pattern.
Exact same situation.
And then go the Sacred Relic. Yeah, no, probably not going to be the case. What about a... I'm trying to think, because it's just a pretty unique item, but a Nullifier here. I wonder if that
yeah,
would be
I was
good.
thinking about that too, but PA doesn't have a BKB. If PA got the BKB, then I would be like, yeah, Nullifier's a good idea. It's now in the bot lane. Finally, there's going to be some Venomancer action, and they get the kill on the Omni-Knight, which is a fantastic pick.
That's right, they have a Venomancer. Mjolnir finished onto him.
Oh, and Illidan decides to go for the BKB. All right. I guess maybe because all of his other teammates are going very damage-oriented. Like we said, this Mirana went for the MKB, and as you just now mentioned, the Mjolnir was completed on the Venomancer. I suppose it's okay for one of the heroes to build more defensively oriented, and seeing as how I'd already suggested the Manta and the Pike for Illidan, you might as well round out the whole defensive idea with the BKB.
You know, I'm thinking about Omni-Knight now and his item progression and wondering, I wonder if something like a Lotus Orb or getting some kind of defensive purge here might not be the worst option either.
For what specifically?
Just plenty of dot in general between Venomancer, between the Gust. The Gust Silence especially, I guess, could really be annoying for him to deal with. But
Yeah, that's true.
that'd probably
Although
be
you won't be able to purge off the ultimate from Venomancer.
Well, not the
BKB just
ultimate,
wants to
that's
straight up
true,
take
yeah.
this.
Is under attack.
Wow.
Oh, backdoor protection though. You hate to see it happen.
There
Let's
we
see
go.
what glimpses can come.
That's a Dream Call initiation. Glimpse. That's awkward. Venomancer got pulled back with the disruption. Nice
man,
two-man
Dragon
boulder
sticking
smash,
around.
though. And Venomancer, there's the big Poison Nova going up, hitting multiple heroes. On that pops a GA, though. And Drow Ranger just simply has to run. Venomancer does go down, and in a sense did his job, though. Drow, though, still running away. The Magnetize ticking down. Not going to be enough, however. Illidan, can he actually escape out of this?
Silence.
He gusts. That gust distance. It was avoided by Puck, though. He gets in here. And the Elusive of Dagon to finish the job. Meanwhile, ILTW looking to come clean up on Omni Knight, however. Get a little bit of revenge for his teammate. And the big picture ends up being a 3-for-3, actually,
Radiant's top tower is
between the
under
teams
attack.
here. PA was picked off over here while we're watching the engagement of Drow and him running.
And overall, pretty even trade. The off-lane cores go down, the one-position cores go down, and then a auxiliary support goes down. Although Drow Ranger spent a BKB charge, so that's one downside for Radiant. On the flip side, they almost took down the tier 3 mid, so yeah, overall an extremely even trade.
Wow, yeah, that's in deny range there, that middle tower. Puck, bottom lane. He's got that 40% illusory
Oh,
speed.
what a read!
You said he
He's
was
got Yule
fine.
still.
He probably is still
He
fine.
is fine.
Oh my god, is he? Oh my god, he's dead.
Oh my god. Wow.
That was a good pursuit in spirit. Yeah, Biver's a good player, man.
He deserves that well played. That was
Yeah.
a good read on the prediction from where Puck would blink.
Serves patting himself on the back there. Yeah, former player for Na'Vi most recently, of course. Now part of Spirit. And former Han Pro, just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying. Aether Lens picked up by Shadow Demon. Extra range for that Demonic Purge. You hover over the ability and you just see how far the distance is now.
That and disruption. You can see that he's going to be able to save a target from a far, far distance away.
And they're going to charge down middle lane once again. Of course, the idea they have the Drow. Want to push, especially with Puck being down for another 35 seconds. At least try to force that buyback. We mentioned how that tier 3 tower is very low right now. Get a little bit of
And it's
damage
gonna
onto
go
it.
down.
There you go.
Dyer's
The illusions.
middle
Bot lane.
Oh, wow.
Straight up executing Biver, but he's taking quite a bit of damage.
GA, is he going back in?
Your Raxes are being taken mid in the meantime.
Yeah, this is a good space creation, you could say, as Mirana.
Nice disruption.
That was okay. That was wondering what the hell just happened right there. Got glimpsed back, but disruption saves. But you look in the middle. The racks are dead, and Spirit
What
is just
middle?
laughing.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, they're just laughing right now. Like, yeah, good job, you killed me. Look at your base fools. Yeah, that can happen. Nemiga definitely got 2 tunnel vision there at the bottom.
A prize.
They do like come out with a net worth advantage after that team fight, but you're losing a Rax, and against a Drow Ranger, losing a range Rax is nearly as important as losing a melee Rax, because if you just ignore that lane for a little bit and Drow Ranger hits that precision aura, all of a sudden they're at your tier 4s without any warning whatsoever.
Did she buy something else? I feel like she has more gold.
FNG?
Illidan here on the Drow, actually. I'm going to look, but oh.
No, I'm saying look at FNG.
Oh, yeah, he's dead. That'll be a dagger kill. I was like, no, I don't care about FNG.
But you should care.
Apparently, dying nearby. No, I guess Drow decides.
Alright, well, he's dead for
gold.
50 seconds. Roshan is up. That's as early as it was feasible,
Wow,
so
yeah.
they can take this extremely quickly.
Yeah, if they notice it, they're going to check it now, and sure enough, they will confirm. Abyssal Blade on Phantom Assassin, by the way. This should be, I don't want to say free. Mirana's up in 5.
No, it's free. Drow Ranger's off bot. She doesn't even have TP scroll.
Okay. Yeah, it's a free one then. Although Mirana's TPing in, the Elusive were able to spot that, but can they really do this without the Drow Ranger? It's so risky. It feels like Puck, he's going to be comboed. Just throws the Yules on up, though. The Aegis is picked up by PA. Sure they got the cheese on top of that. Puck is still going. No, realizing going a little bit too far. Needs that
Well, they're
back
making
up.
space for Drow Ranger. She's pushing her little heart out.
Yeah.
Let's see how much space they can make.
Space creation once again. Venomancer, Poison Over already used. Possibly BKB, but PA has that physical damage. Not enough initially, though. Nice Hurricane Pike away. DK Phobos will survive for the time being. Again, during all this, Drow is still pushing the bottom lane. The disruption locking down Phantom Assassin, trying to finish off the kill. Phobos will survive, though. Yo, FNG's actually going to live. And they pop the Aegis after all of this. And meanwhile, again, bottom lane still being pushed in. Phantom Assassin going to die. Triple kill. And doesn't get any tier 3 tower kill necessarily, but they massively win the fight at the top lane there.
Omni Knight is not the hero you send back in that situation. Omni Knight is the hero that should... He's the last man standing in a team fight like that.
True.
No Guardian Angel was used. Repel obviously would have come off cooldown at some point. That is an extremely expensive maneuver by Nemiga Gaming.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I thought he just got picked off initially or something, but no, he's the one that TP'd back trying to defend, and you're right, he is the last one. I should be doing that, it feels like, especially with the PA, who's really relying on him to be that support. So PA is dead for 45 seconds. Obviously, Puck bought back, but you just have 2 heroes right now. Good luck defending against this massive push here.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
Oh, Puck just going to try to distract them, if anything. You see the triple arrow coming out. Some Mirana, she's level 25.
My thanks.
They're playing it safe.
Illusions.
I guess they know that there's a potential, in theory, for a PA buyback. She doesn't have it, but if she buys back and then, you know, the whole you get glimpsed while trying to escape, you throw away a big advantage that you just got, you need to play it very carefully.
God, and they were doing this into a team that just got the Aegis and Cheese, by the way. And they just wrecked that fight somehow. Great coordination from Spirit. The Static Storm coming out. Fumbles up possibly BKB, as well as the Poison over. There's a Guardian Angel from the Chosen One. And you see the Mr. Mid Funster. Clockwork just has that battery assault ticking down. Phantom Assassin, he is back up, running into the fight. She's trying to get here in time. Shadow Demon is dead. They do lose Clockwork, though. Finally gets in here, the Chosen One. He's going down the Omni Knight. DK Phobos does get jumped by the PA. And eventually killed off shortly after, but PA is just not tanky enough, especially with Omni Knight dead. She's dead for 90, and that should be it for game number 1 here. Team Spirit will break the mold of what's been so far here in the first round, and they'll actually win the first game as the expected team. Up 1-0 now.
Yeah, it worked out well. Drow strategies are not easy to pull off, especially whenever you pick it fourth in the draft like that. And Nemiga Gaming reacted how a team should against a Drow Ranger draft. It's just that, I don't really have any issues with the PA going for that hood, but I guess the hood did not play out. Like, if you build that item, then you need to play like you bought that item. You don't play it like, oh, okay, well, you know, I bought this hood, but, you know, whatever. Like, the game's going a different direction. No, you need to start dictating the pace depending on the items that you have. And outside of that mid tier 1 move onto the Radiant side of the map, Nemiga Gaming didn't really take very much advantage of the Disruptor Glimpse, of the Clockwork Hookshot, of Puck getting a Blink Dagger. It wasn't really a good conversion off of what their draft was capable of, and Team Spirit see the cracks and they take advantage of it.
That they did. It wasn't the the fast-paced Drow lineup from the very beginning of the game that just completely snowballed by any means, but eventually regrouped in that mid-game and started to really show it off throughout. So well played by them, and Spirit takes the first game again over at Nemiga. And that's up 1-0 here in this best of 3. Again, single elimination, trying to move on to the semifinals, where they would be matched up against Gambit. The winner of this series, that is. The loser, once again, done. I'm Breaky CPK, joined by Tsunami here. Our StarLadder I-League Star Series Season number 4 CIS Qualifiers will continue after a short break. Stay tuned, guys.